Good morning, everyone. I'm not sure who will be checking in this morning. We have some yoga. I'm just trying to get my camera line set up so you can all see me. Good morning. My name is Zoe Marlowe. I'm going to be doing some yoga with you guys this morning, and we're going to be working on yoga for opening the chest, yoga for back, neck and shoulders, just releasing some of that tension that we hold in our shoulders from all the computer work that we've been doing and scrolling, no driving, so that can't be one of our problems, but yeah, let's just wait and see who's going to check in this morning. My music. So if you want to put your own music on in the background, feel free. You might want to just have some relaxing music on, or you can also check me out. I've got a couple of playlists online. Message me and I can let you know for next week. I also suggest a cushion if you want to sit on something. It really helps you sort of elevate your chest, and it just tilts your hips slightly forward. We'll just talk for a few minutes while we wait for people to join us. So sitting on a cushion allows you to just sort of tilt the hips forward, brings your spine into a nicer posture. So you can see that when I sit, I'm quite stiff, even though I do a lot of yoga. I've always been a runner really. So as I sit naturally, I do find it quite hard, and I tend to want to sort of curl forward with my body. So bringing a cushion under my bottom, or a rolled up blanket if you don't have one, it just allows your spine to sit a bit more comfortably. So just think about that for a minute. I realised this morning that I hadn't posted a reoccurring event on the Better Together Dorset page. I didn't realise that I had to do that, and so I'm not even sure if anyone knows, other than a handful of people, that I'm going to be doing this morning. Another lesson learned. I'm not great on tech, but feel like my comfort zones are being massively pushed and I'm stepping out of them. So it's really good lessons, isn't it? Everything we do, there's a lesson in it. Couple more minutes, we'll wait in case anybody wants to check in with us. If you're here already, just come to settling, just come to, we call it Sukhasana, it's easy pose. So you're just sitting with your legs crossed, roll your shoulders back, relax your arms onto your hands, onto your knees. And just let go of any tension in your shoulders. Just still your mind. Let go of any thoughts that came before your practice this morning. started. Good morning everyone. My name is Zoe Marlowe. I am a yoga teacher and this morning I'm going to be working on yoga for neck and shoulder relief. So any tension that we hold across our chest, our back of our neck, and across the top of our spine, just through daily activities in life, how we sit, how we sleep, the jobs that we do often lead us to really holding a lot of tension in these places. And I think the joy of yoga and the exercises that we'll do this morning will allow you to release some of that and just work. So we're going to work today on releasing some of that. So let's come to settling. Bring yourself into your Sukhasana, easy pose. We're going to invite some positive energy in. So we're going to have our hands with our palms facing up on our knees. We're just going to drop our chin to our chest to start to allow our spine to elongate, stretch through our neck. And as we exhale, I'm just going to bring you back to your awareness of your breath. So let's take one long inhale in through our nose. Big exhale through our mouth. One more time, inhale through your nose. Exhale through your mouth. And let's just sit here being aware of our breath. Yoga is about the union of the breath with the poses, pranayama and asana. So let's just take a moment to think about that. So we're taking a break from our daily tasks, feeling grateful for having this time on our mat, settling our mind, creating some clarity of thought, and allowing the tension to just leave your body. Just slowly become aware of where you are. Become aware of the rise and fall of your belly. And let's bring our right hand onto our heart and our left hand onto our belly. And just check in with our breath. Just check in with how we're feeling. Stilling the mind, creating space for our practice. Creating space for us to be able to move through the poses. And please remember, this is a guided practice, so if at any time it doesn't feel right, just back off a bit. Pull away, drop down into child's pose. This is about feeling good. So the focus is going to be drawing the energy from our chest down to our belly as we breathe. So through the practice this morning, hopefully we'll get to the point where we're using more of our chest. As we open up our shoulders and release that tension, we'll open up our chest, we'll make more space in our lungs for the air to come down and reach our belly. So let's begin. Let's just drop our left ear to our left shoulder, and as we exhale, we're going to start with a few head rolls, rolling forward, and as you inhale, rising up over the right, inhale as you come across, exhale as you drop down, inhale as you come across. Do this with your eyes closed. then you can really breathe into the areas. You can really feel what feels tight, where your tension is being held. You can really allow that movement to feel wonderful. And as we rise up to the right, let's exhale and reverse the roll. Dropping chin to chest. As you inhale, left ear meets left shoulder. Head rises. Exhale. Chin to chest. Releasing, rolling through that beautiful space, allowing tension to leave your neck, just slowly loosening the muscles in your neck. And then let's just come back to center. As we inhale, we're going to rise our shoulders up to our ears. Exhale through your mouth, drop the shoulders. Let's do that one more time. Inhale. Shoulders come up to your ears. Hold it tight with your in-breath. And as you exhale, release that tension. Well done. Now let's give our shoulders some really big circles, just rolling those shoulders back. Engaging the shoulder blades at the back, lifting up, rolling back. You can do it as slow or as fast as you like. Again, doing this with your eyes closed will allow you to really move into areas that you can feel you're holding your tension. And then let's take it the other way. This one I find really difficult. I had a rotator cuff injury on the right shoulder a few years ago, and even now when I come through this movement, I can feel it sort of crunching. Wonderful. Now let's open the arms. Let's bring the arms down by our sides. Dropping them onto the mat. As we exhale, we're going to drop our left ear to our left shoulder, and our right arm comes up to pull the head towards that left shoulder. As you inhale, let's rise that right arm. Really drop it into that stretch of the neck. You can feel all the muscles in the side of your neck just slowly and gently being stretched. Breathe into that stretch. Release your left hand. Inhale, come back up to center. Dropping right ear to right shoulder. Right arm rises. Gently pull on that as you inhale, left arm rises. Feel that stretch here. Breathe into that stretch, remembering not to hold the breath here, drawing it all the way down to your belly button. And exhale, releasing that right arm, bringing your head back to center. And then let's just drop the head forward, having a lovely stretch here. And let's inhale our arms overhead. As we exhale, just drop to the left, stretching again. Inhaling up. Exhaling over to the right. Inhaling up, big stretch. Let's wiggle through the spine, really pointing the fingers up to the sky, trying to elongate that spine. You can feel your shoulder blades at the back have contracted, engaged. As we exhale, bring your arms back down. Now we're going to take our right arm onto our left knee. We're going to take our left hand behind us. As we inhale, sit tall, we're going to come into a gentle twist. Exhale, breath and gaze go over your left shoulder. Remember to sit tall here. Feel that stretch through your neck. Breathe through it. Exhale, return to center. Arms come back onto your knees. Inhale, swap. Left arm comes to right knee. Right arm comes behind. Inhale, sit tall. Elongate that spine. Exhale, gazing over your right shoulder. These twists are really good for your digestive system as well. Exhale, release, return to center. Well done. Arms come back overhead. Let's just take a stretch. Let's move those arms up and down, allowing those shoulders to engage with your spine, stretching your spine. Exhale, arms come back. And now we're going to come onto all fours. So let's release our cushion. Coming onto all fours. I just caught a glimpse of the clock then and thought that it was an hour later than it was. So coming onto all fours now, we're just going to loosen some tension in our back. So take your setup. As you inhale, lift the belly. Drop the neck. Draw your chin to your chest. Exhale, dropping that belly, lifting the gaze, engaging those shoulder blades. You'll feel a lovely stretch here. Inhale, drawing your belly in. Just remember your checkup here. Hands under your shoulders, shoulder width apart. Exhale, drop. Knees and feet hip width apart. Come through this with your eyes closed. Really engaging through the spine, releasing a little more tension in that neck and back. And coming back to all fours. This time we're going to, as we inhale, we're going to lift our right arm up, extend our left leg. As we inhale, we're going to draw our right elbow to meet our left knee, pulling our head underneath, chin to chest. Feel that lovely stretch. Exhale, releasing away. Really pushing through your right fingertips, extending and stretching through that left leg. Inhale, drawing everything in. Exhale, release. Again, if you can come through this with your eyes closed, especially as you draw in, you'll really feel the areas that you want to stretch into, the areas you want to breathe into. Exhale, release. One more time. Inhale, drawing that right elbow to left knee. And as you exhale, planting your left knee, right hand. Take a breath here. As you inhale, right leg rises, left arm rises. Inhale, drawing that right knee to that left elbow. Chin comes to chest. Exhale, pushing away. Really deep stretch here. Really stretching those fingertips to the front wall, pointing those toes on that back leg. Engaging your glutes, hamstrings. Inhale, drawing everything in. Exhale, stretching away. Inhale, drawing it in. Breathing through this as you do it. time. Exhale, blowing it away. Really making the most of this last stretch. Inhale, drawing it in. And exhale, release the left hand. Release the right knee. Let's go down into our child's pose. So drop your bottom down to your heels. Walk your fingertips away and drop your forehead to the mat. This is a beautiful pose to stretch your upper back. Just breathe here. Catch your breath. So on the next inhale, we're going to just walk the fingers slightly further away. We're going to make sure that we bring our elbows in. As we inhale, we're going to glide up to Cobra. Inhale, dropping your chest, lifting your shoulders, gazes forward, pushing through the feet at the back, opening that heart center. Keeping your hands firmly planted on the mat. Keeping those elbows tucked in close to your side. By pushing your shoulders back, you can really engage your shoulder blades. On an inhale, lift up. Exhale, push back into your child's pose. So we're going to come through that glide a couple of times. As we inhale, remember to keep those elbows nice and tight, dropping the hips to the floor, shoulders back, shoulder blades engaged, gaze is just slightly raised. You don't want to overextend the neck. Inhale, lift up to your knees. Exhale, push back into your child's pose. You should be feeling the tension start to leave your back now. It's a really great workout for the shoulders and neck, this one. If you're finding this too strong, you can drop your chest to the floor. Just relocate your hands so that your hands are more under your shoulders than they are under your chest. And then as you inhale, you can just come into your baby cobra. Remember to keep your elbows in by your side, but as you inhale, lift that chest, but just get to the point where you can just feel your lumbar spine engage. You know, if you've got back issues, if you've got back pain, you don't want to necessarily overextend here. But coming into a small baby cobra will just engage your shoulder blades, open the chest, open the heart center, and it will be a lovely stretch on your spine. Exhale, release your nose to the ground. We're going back into child's pose. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, push back into your child's pose. Breathe here. Allow that stretch to happen. Inhale, let's come back now to all fours. So we're going to come through thread the needle. So thread the needle, we're going to lift our, I don't know if you can see me, what the best position for me to come here is maybe straight on. So as you inhale, you're going to lift your right arm, exhale all the way overhead behind you, and as you exhale, you're going to take that right elbow under your body, take it under your left arm, and then drop your head, drop your right ear onto the mat. Drop your right shoulder. Can you see that? So I'm sort of threading my right arm under my left arm. My bottom is still raised. Just breathe into that stretch. You can feel your back open. Inhale, let's bring that right arm back and stretch back into our child's pose. Inhale, come back up. And we're going to do the same on the other side. So inhale, arm comes forward. Exhale, arm goes behind. And then as we exhale, we're going to take the left arm under the right arm, threading that needle, coming down onto the forearm of your right arm. As you exhale, just drop your left ear to the mat this time. You'll feel that lovely stretch across your upper back. Keep your feet planted. Knees are on the floor. Breathe into that stretch. Breathe into that twist. Hold it here. Inhale, slowly rising, returning to center, planting your left hand as you exhale, pushing back down into your child's pose, bottom to heels, arms come forward, forehead to the ground. Enjoy that stretch. On the next inhale, let's come up to all fours. How you doing? How you all feeling? All right out there? So coming to all fours, we're going to lift our left leg, bend it at the knee, and we're going to take our right arm out in front and bring it behind and grab the inside of our right leg. As we inhale, we're going to lift that left knee, stretching open the right shoulder, opening the heart center. Just keep your gaze forward. Enjoy that stretch. Opening the shoulders. Breathe here. And as you exhale, release that left knee. Release that right arm down to the mat. Exhale, push back into your child's pose. Inhale, coming back up. Lifting that right leg, extending it away, bending at the knee. Check in with your hands. Make sure that your wrists are under your shoulders. As you exhale, extend that left arm. Inhale, take that left hand behind to grab the outside of your right foot. Stretch it here. Lift that right leg. Opening that left shoulder blade. Cross the left shoulders, heart centers open. Focus on your balance here. Breathing. Exhale, slowly release that right leg, release that right arm. Up and down as you exhale, push back into your child's pose. Oh, that's great for the back, that one. Inhale, let's come up. Let's do that one more time. Left leg comes straight. Bend it at the knees. Right arm comes out as you exhale. Your right arm comes round and grabs the inside of your left leg. Inhale, lift. Open that heart center. Lift and stretch through your left thighs, creating strength and balance through your core. Opening your chest. Gaze is just in front of you. Don't overextend your neck. Feel that lovely stretch through your right shoulder. And as you exhale, release that left knee. Release that right arm. Exhale. Back down into your child's pose. Lovely deep stretches. Inhale, coming back. Inhale, right arm, right leg stretches, pointing through that toe, bending from the knee. Inhale, left arm rises. As you exhale, the left arm grabs the inside of that right foot. As you exhale, lift that right leg. Lift that shoulder blade, the chest opens. Again, don't overextend your neck. You want to be pulling through that right leg, feeling it in the calves, feeling it in the thigh. Glutes are engaged. Chest is open. Enjoy that and breathe through that stretch. As you exhale, release that right leg. Inhale, exhale, release the left arm. And drop bottom to heels. Oh, enjoy that lovely stretch. And then let's come back up. And now we're going to curl our toes. And we're going to just start to engage through our legs. So we're not going to come straight into our down dog. We're just going to lift our heels. Drop your neck so you're not extending or putting any pressure on your neck. And just lift your heel, lift your knees off the floor. Engaging here. On the next exhale, let's push our heels back to the ground. Pedaling through. Enjoying that stretch. And then let's slowly walk our hands up to the top of our mat, coming into our forward fold. And let's just hang here. Hands may just graze the top of the mat, but just allow the lumbar spine to stretch. A lovely deep forward fold. Let's grab our elbows. As we exhale, let's just have a little bounce, a little rock. Releasing any tension that we might be holding on to in our lower back. Letting the blood rush to our head. Creating some new outlooks for today. And let's release our hands as we bend our knees. We're going to inhale, arms come all the way up, really slowly up overhead. The gentle practice today. As we exhale, let's have a gentle back bend. Opening up through your hips now. Exhale, forward fold all the way down. Again, hands come to the floor, head just hangs here, releasing any tension in your arms and your neck. Bend your knees, inhale, come all the way up, really slowly again. Hands come together, can you see me? Not really. Come out of picture, don't I, when I come in to this point. Exhale, arms come back. Exhale, forward fold all the way down. Then we're going to plant our hands this time and we're going to step our right foot back, followed by our left, and just drop into our plank. We're going to engage here. Just check in with your setup so your wrists are shoulder width apart, your hands are planted firmly on the floor. Exhale, push back into those heels. Inhale, come onto your tiptoes. So we're just going to build a bit of strength now in the core. Exhale, push back into your heels. Inhale, push up into your tiptoes. One more time, exhale, push back into your heels. Inhale up. And then we're going to drop our knees, bring our elbows in. Exhale, chest, chin. Inhale, lift up to our Cobra. Let's just replant our hands so that our back is happy. So make sure that wherever you are in your practice, you're doing what feels good. Exhale, release. Inhale, lift. Push back into your knees, curl your toes. Push back into your down dog. Pedal it out here. Let's stretch
stretch now through those hamstrings, warming the body up. You should feel that your heart rate's increased, your blood flow's increased. As you inhale, right leg rises. Let's give that right ankle a roll. Right, left. As you inhale, right leg comes through. So coming now into your high lunge. So get your setup right here. As you inhale, arms rise. Exhale, drop down. Hold it here. So you're engaging through your core. I think I need to move my camera, don't I? Hold it there, hold it in your stretch. Is that better? So we've come into our high lunge. So we want to make sure that our knee is stacked over our right ankle, pushing through your left heel. So this left leg is straight, you're opening through your left hip flexor here. Inhale, arms rise. Exhale, arms come behind us, and we're going to grab our hands together. Fingers are bound around each other. Roll those shoulder blades back before you go anywhere else, just to make sure your shoulders are happy. Your gaze is forward. As you exhale, you're going to drop your chest to your knee and lift those arms. Again, opening up through that heart center, creating some space across your chest, drawing your shoulder blades back. Breathe here, hold it here. If this feels too much, at any point you can always come into a low lunge, and that would just be releasing the left leg and uncurling the left toe. So for anyone that is struggling to stay in the high lunge, you have the option to come down into your low lunge. As you inhale, let's rise the chest, release those arms. Inhale, they come up overhead. Exhale, let's bring them to our heart center. Well done, that's a super strong one. Inhale, arms come up. Exhale, hands come to the floor. Let's take our right foot back to meet our left. Drop into our plank. Let those hip flexors stretch here. Actually feels really lovely. Drop your knees, engage your elbows, chin to chest, push up into your Cobra. Shoulders back, engage those shoulder blades. Exhale, push back into your child's pose. One deep breath here. Inhale, coming back onto all fours, curling your toes, pushing back into your down dog. Let's pedal it here. Check your setup, make sure that your hands are shoulder width apart. Pushing your head through your hands, through your arms, taking your gaze to the back of the room. Just check that your feet are hip width apart as well. On the next inhale, left leg rises. Let's roll that left ankle. External rotation to the left. Internal rotation to the right. Just releasing any tension in that left ankle. Hold it there. Let's inhale. Left leg steps forward. Again, we're coming into our high lunge now on the left side. As I said earlier, if you would rather come through this pose in a low lunge, you can just drop your right knee. Otherwise, we're going to come through this in a high lunge. So making sure that right leg is straight, that right heel's pushed to the mat. As you inhale, arms rise. Exhale, drop into that lovely stretch. You can feel your right hip flexor opening now. Arms up overhead. Breathe here. Exhale, let's take our arms back behind us. Grab your fingers on the opposite hands. Open those shoulder blades. Shoulders widespread, heart center open. And as we exhale, let's forward fold. Chest comes to our knee. Pushing through that right heel, Lifting those hands up over our back, really pulling our shoulders open. Building strength, focus, balance. Hold it here. Inhale as you rise. Exhale, release your arms as they come up overhead. Exhale, bring them back to your heart center. Well done, guys. Another strong stretch. Inhale, arms rise. Exhale, hands come down to the ground. Take your left foot back to meet your right. Let's exhale, drop into our plank. Engage here. Just going to change my setup. I've just moved as I've come through that. So just check yourself. Make sure that you're feeling strong here. As you exhale, drop your knees. Bring your elbows in. Chest to chin to floor. Exhale, push away, coming into a cobra. Remember, push those shoulders back is engaging that shoulder blades. Stretching through the spine here. Exhale onto knees as we push back into our child's pose. Breathe here. You should really feel your heart has elevated now, so your energy is really coming up. You can feel the blood flow. You can feel, I can feel everything's a little bit zingy. Feeling energized. We're going to come through that one more time. How are we doing on time? We're doing all right on time. Inhaling, arms come up overhead. Coming back into all fours from your child's pose. Curl our toes. Inhale, push back our heels down to our down dog. Stretching here. As we inhale, right leg rises. Inhale, right leg comes through. Check your setup as you inhale, arms rise overhead. Exhale, drop into that lovely high lunge. Remember to keep this left leg straight, pushing into the left heels. Exhale, arms come back behind, grab those fingers, roll those shoulders open here. As you exhale, your body comes down to your chest comes down to your knee, arms come up overhead. Breathe here. Opening through that shoulders, releasing tension in the back and the neck. Breathe. Inhale, chest rises, release those arms as they come up overhead. Exhale, hands to heart center. Drop into that lunge slightly deeper. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, hands come down to the mat. Right leg goes back to meet the left. Drop into your plank. Exhale, knees, chest, chin. Push up into your cobra. Exhale, push back into your child's pose. Just take a breath here, then inhale straight back up to all fours. Curl the toes. Exhale, push back into your down dog. This time left leg rises. Inhale, left leg comes through your hands. If you can't get it all the way through, you can use your hand. Check your setup. As you inhale, arms rise overhead. Pushing as you exhale, pushing down with your right heel to extend that right leg, really opening up that right hip flexor. Arms overhead as we exhale, arms come back behind us. Engage those fingers, grab those fingers behind your back, make sure that your shoulders are now rolled back, really opening up that chest beautifully. As we exhale, dropping your chest to your left knee, lifting those hands, and just remembering to engage in that right leg too. So just check where you are. Breathe through that stretch. Can you lift those arms any further? Inhale, chest rises. Release those arms. Arms come up overhead. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, arms rise. Exhale, hands come down. Left leg comes back to meet your right. Drop into your plank. Drop knees, chest, chin. Push up into your cobra. Exhale, push back into your child's pose. This time let's bring our arms down by our sides. Just to allow the shoulders to rest. Oh, I can feel the energy around me now. Just breathe there, forehead on the floor, resting as you come through that. And then we're going to walk our hands forward and come through to our cobra. And we're going to come through our little cobra child's pose stretch again. Exhale, push back into your child's pose. Inhale, reach the body and chest forward, open up the heart center. Exhale, push back. Inhale, reach forward. Exhale, push back. Listen to your breath. Can you hear it as you come in and out of these poses? Inhale, forward. Exhale, back. How you doing, guys? Inhale, forward. Exhale, back. Last one. And then from here, as you inhale, I want you to lift your arms up overhead and exhale back. So you're coming to sit now. You're going to sit on your bottom. Maybe you want to grab a sip of water for a minute. And move my camera slightly closer. So from here we're going to come to sitting. So we're going to be sat on our feet. So if you've got sore knees and you want to grab your cushion, you can pop that under your bottom. It will just rise the bottom up a little bit to take some of that pressure off your knees. So if you've had any kind of knee issues, feel free to use a pillow or a cushion. So from sitting, we're going to bring our hands onto our knees, so we're engaging our shoulders again, always thinking about keeping that spine long and extended. Shoulder blades are open, shoulders are rolled open, shoulder blades are engaged. As you inhale, arms rise. As you exhale, hands come down. Drop the forehead. Inhale, arms rise up. Exhale, hands come down. One more time. Inhale, arms come up. Exhale, hands come down. Now this time as we come up with our inhale, we're going to bring our hands together over our head. And as we exhale, we're just going to drop over to the left. Stretching out that right rib cage. Inhale, coming back up. Stretching up to the sky. Exhale, drop over to the right. Inhale, coming back up. As you do this, just try and keep the shoulders and the chest facing forward. Exhale, drop over to the left. Inhale, back up to center, straighten up, wiggle if you like. Exhale, over to the right. Inhale, arms come up, exhale, hands come down to the side. And we're just going to come through our kneeling sun salutation. So coming back to kneeling again as you inhale, arms rise. Exhale, arms come down, forehead touches the floor. Inhale, up to all fours. Just check in with yourself, curl your toes. Exhale, heels to ground. Hold it here. Exhale, knees come back and curl your toes. Push back into your child's pose. Inhale, arms come up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, up to all fours. Curl your toes. Exhale, back into your down dog. Exhale, back to all fours. Uncurl your toes. Exhale, back to your child's pose. Inhale, arms come overhead. Exhale, arms come down. Inhale, up to all fours. Last one now, curl your toes. Inhale, push heels to floor. Down dog. Exhale, knees come down. Uncurl your toes. Exhale, down to your child's pose. Inhale, arms rise. Exhale, arms come back down by your side. Let's bring our hands to our heart center. Just close your eyes. Check in with your breath. Check in with how you're feeling. Maybe you're starting to feel like things are shifting and moving. Well done, guys, you've been working really hard this morning. So let's just bring ourselves now down to our mats. We're going to come onto our spine. So just gently roll now onto your breath. Let's bring our knees into our chest. Uttanasana. Squeeze those knees in. And let's just roll the shoulders here. Let's allow the spine to just ground onto the mat, into the floor. Just allow yourself to feel connected to the mat. Let's take our hands onto our knees. We're just going to roll our hips. Roll circular motions with our knees. External rotation. And then let's take it the other way. Just giving the back a moment to settle into the ground. And again, squeeze that in. And just drop your chin to your chest so that you're always extending through that spine. And let's exhale, drop those feet down to the floor. We're going to bring our hands down by our side with our palms facing up, and we're going to come into a gentle bridge here. We're just going to be extending the spine in a counter pose. So make sure again, as you lift your belly, you drop your chin to your chest. Again, check your feet set up. You want them hip width apart. And bring your heels as close to your bottom as you can. Engage your knees, don't let them drop open. As you inhale, lift that spine, lift your bottom, vertebra by vertebra, super slowly. Taking your chin to your chest, really lifting up through the bottom, opening your hip flexors here. Maybe you can bring your hands slightly closer together, remembering to drop that chin to chest. Hold it here. Exhale, releasing all the way down. And this time we're going to engage our arms as well. So as we inhale, lift, we're going to also lift our arms. So again, settling yourself in your space. On your inhale, bottom lifts, spine lifts, and arms rise. All the way up overhead. Drop that chin to your chest to protect your neck. And lift, 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 lift those hips. Engage those hips. And as we exhale, arms come back down in time with the spine. Everything settles back down onto the mat. And let's just bring those knees back into our chest and give them a lovely squeeze. You should be really starting to feel everything slow down now. Let's take our arms wide. We're going to drop our knees to the right. Take our gaze over to the left. Just come into a lovely twist. And drop your eyelids closed. Just connect with your breath. If you want a deeper stretch here, you can straighten your right leg and use your right hand onto your left knee and just pull into that twist. Breathe down to your belly. Becoming aware of how you're feeling. And on an inhale, let's come back to center. And as we exhale, dropping our knees to the left, taking our gaze to the right. Again, if you want a deeper stretch, straightening that left leg, using that left hand on your right knee and really pulling to twist through your hips. Breathing here. Releasing that hand, inhaling, coming back up. Bringing your knees back in. And just gently allowing your body to lay on the mat. Coming in to Shavasana. Heels come together, feet drop apart. Arms come down by your side with your palms facing up. Just roll your shoulders. And get some length here. Drop your chin to your chest. And settle your breath. Keeping your eyelids closed. Focusing on how you're feeling in this time. Connecting yourself back to your mind. Hopefully having relieved some tension through your spine, through your neck, through your shoulders. So just doing a quick body scan, checking in with your feet, drawing your attention from your feet up to your shins, to your knees, up through your thighs to your hips, releasing any emotional tension that you may have been holding on to here in your hips. On the next inhale, draw that breath up from your hips, through your belly, through your rib cage, up to your heart center. Settle here. Become aware of how you're feeling. Compassion, love, kindness, all comes from this heart center. Be aware of it. On the next inhale, drawing that breath up through your vocal cords, through to your chin, mouth, nose, chest, to your area of awareness, your senses. As you inhale, the last breath comes up through your mind. And just settle Settle any last chatter. Release anything that does not serve you well from the crown of your head. Whatever leaves you today, you didn't need. Today is a fresh day, a new day, new thoughts, new beginnings. The sun is shining. On the next exhale, let's gently roll over onto our right, using your arm as a pillow. And when you're feeling ready, gently push yourself back up to sitting. Grab your cushion if you need it, keeping your eyelids gently closed. Bringing your hands onto your knees. Just coming back to your awareness. Let's bring our hands together at the heart center and drop our chin to chest. The secret of your future is hidden in your daily routine. It was a great reading that I found yesterday, one that I'd forgotten that I'd used before. So remember that through these challenging times, embracing the good, thinking about how you spend your days. Thank you for taking the time to come to your mat, for sharing your practice with me today. I hope you are feeling a little bit lighter, a little bit less tense, a little bit calmer. I hope you go on and have a really wonderful day. Namaste. Namaste everybody. Thank you for practicing with me this morning. I hope you're feeling a little bit less tense. Feel free to message me in the inbox below. Let me know how you felt class went. If you've got any questions about anything that we did, let me know. I will keep an eye out. And yeah, happy Tuesday. Bye guys. Thank you for sharing. See you later.